The radio industry began with Samuel Morse in the mid-1840s. He was the first to send messages with the invention of the telegraph. A system known as Morse code used dots and dashes that represent letters and numbers as it sent messages through a wire connected between two stations. Communication with the technology was revolutionary. However, due to the distance of travel, this new technology worked only for land-based communication. James Maxwell, a Scottish scientist and physicist, theorized electromagnetic waves and radio waves. Eventually in 1880, Heinrich Hertz, a German physicist, completed the puzzle. Hertz discovered radio waves by experimenting with an oscillator connecting two induction coils and successfully produced his first electromagnetic wave. Quickly, others began formulating ways to make the wireless telegraph travel at a much longer distance. Guglielmo Marconi used Hertz's discovery of radio waves and the telegraph, and in 1890, the first long-distance message had been sent. Marconi later became known as the father of radio. And while shortly after, a man known as Leigh de Forest discovered a device that amplified weak electronic signals. The Audion vacuum tube helped advance technology of the telegraph by creating sound. This led Forest to start his own wireless communication company after his discovery in 1901. And on Christmas Eve of 1906, Reginald Fessenden was the first ever to broadcast on the radio. He played O Holy Night, as well as the violin. He did this by using the Alexanderson transmitter by receiving amplitude modulation signals, also known as AM frequency. This was the beginning of audio broadcast on the radio. And as the radio began its popularity in 1900s, government had to step in to regulate, first creating the Wireless Ship Act of 1910, requiring all ships traveling more than 60 passengers to have a wireless radio. This act helped to save over 700 people on the Titanic. Second, the Radio Act of 1912, which required all broadcasters to have a license to be able to perform on the radio. The radio soon became a popular choice for local broadcasting. In 1920, Leo Rosenberg, the first announcer on KDK, hosted the first professional radio broadcast by broadcasting on the presidential election. After the growing popularity of the Federal Radio Commission had to be created to oversee, license, and negotiate radio channels. The radio industry boomed in the 1930s through 50s. This was known as the Golden Age of Radio. The radio was the #1 entertainment for family. Music, news, and dramas played during this time. Radio also played a part in the world wars as a valuable tool in revolutionizing warfare. Another breakthrough occurred in 1947 when Bell Laboratories created and discovered transistors. The transistors were more durable and stronger than the Audion vacuum tube, which allowed it to create the portable radio. Creation of the portable radio allowed broadcasts to be heard anywhere at any time. And finally, the Telecommunication Act of 1996 was created. This made it so that bigger radio industries couldn't monopolize and hurt other smaller radio industries. This was also used to create stricter rules on the radio, which is also still seen today.